All right, what's up, guys? All right, I'm back again. Um, been going for a minute, and for good reasons. I was on my No Fap streak from I think it was November for November, and then I had some type of technological problem, I guess, and none of my videos would upload for a long ass time. I had to get a new phone and everything. So I'm back and I have some news uh, that I'm going to share with you all before the end of this video. But basically, what this is talking about now, what we're talking about in this NoFap journey, I have something that people. Uh, let me start over. What I'm going to introduce is going to turn NoFap and take it to another level, right? So we're going to get into how, but the main things I want to talk about is um, what you should be doing and how you should be using your energy on this journey. All right. So the main things we always talk about with NoFap, right? For those who don't know, right, NoFap is no porn, no masturbation. We're adding in semen retention as well. So we're getting, uh, the whole concoction. All right, to take ourselves to our higher selves and get ourselves on our path to mastery and dominating our purpose. All right. And the main things I want to show today is um, how to actually know your purpose and move on it accordingly. Because we can talk about um, being on NoFap and how it helps us achieve our goals and stuff like that. But if you have the fuel in the car, but you have no uh, map or map or navigation to get to your destination, how are you going to get there, right? I can be driving a Lamborghini, $50 million, $500,000 car, $1 million car, and I'm trying to get to New York to LA. But if I ain't got no GPS and I don't know the road systems, all that is for nothing, right? And so what I'm going to give you today, and what I'm going to show you today, is how to get on that path. All right. And so I'm going to get into uh, what I'm talking about. All right. So I'm going to share my screen. Desktop. All right. So I should be sharing my screen right now. So I'm going to get into what it is that I'm talking about. All right. So this book right here is called Change Your Mind. All right. And if you guys don't know, I don't think I told you all, I'm a part of an indigenous tribe here in North America. And we have this system called, we have this cosmology system that we study and that we have initiation into from what you're terming the Mayans. And what a lot of people don't know is that the Mayans learned from these group of people called the Olmecs. I'm pretty sure a lot of us heard of the Olmecs. And but the Olmecs wasn't their real name. Their real name was the Shi. Um, and but yeah, here's one of their the steles that they have there in Mexico. All right. And all these symbols mean something. All right. These symbols are all correlating with the stars. Okay. And this calendar system is the oldest calendar dated system in the world. And what these people, let me just read this part. This large imprint is from the Coba site in Quintana Roo, Mexico, found in the Yucatan Peninsula. It is a monument by the She people misnamed Olmec, depicting the oldest date and event ever recorded on planet Earth. The beginning of creation is inscribed, giving a date of, well, calculated by the She to be 41, and a lot of numbers. That's octillion, 42 octillion years ago. All right. So this system that they have, these people that lived thousands and thousands of years ago, have a system, and they calculated their time and their beginnings to be 41, 42 octillion years ago. Here's how they painted themselves. Here's the Olmecs. All right. Here's some of their stuff that's from there. The monuments on the walls. But what I'm going to get into, we'll get into all this stuff later, is if you ever heard of, astronomy or astrology, this is what astrology is based off of. Problem with astrology is it's 20 degrees off, I believe. I'm going to find yes, it's 20 degrees off. So here's an example. Let's see here. Okay, so everybody thinks they know, astrology and stuff like this, but in actuality, you don't, because what you're reading is not basically correct. And we're gonna read through this, and we're gonna basically understand some of it. Both zodiac calendars are completely useless for one, not understanding that polarity energy changes and ancestors, not those constellations, are the cause of human psychology on this planet. All right. So the constellations that they're saying that give us our human psychology is not correct. Two, not counting degrees or hours correctly. So the degrees that they're in are not even in the right spot. And the sun is not being charted accurately in these constellations. I'll give you an example. All right. So this is what they're calling Aries, right? Here's the sun. Okay. And you can look this up when I forget when he actually did this. Okay. Yeah, you can look this up and you can see it for yourself. So above is Earth sky picture on March 21st, 2017. This is the first day of Aries period in the zodiac calendar. According to the calendar, on this day, the sun should be starting to pass into the constellation Aries. See if we can find Aries. I don't even see Aries. All right, so it should be passing through Aries. As it is plain to see, the sun is in the constellation Pisces. Here's the sun. Here's Pisces. This is March 21st, 2017. So if you want to go look this up, you can look this up on Earth's Google. What's it called? Earth Sky. I forget where this actually comes from. Yeah, Earth Sky. And you can look this up and see. Oh, it's Stellarium. Stellarium, not Earth Sky. It's the Earth Sky, but it's a Stellarium. But you can see on March 21st, 2017, the sun was in Pisces, not Aries. There's Aries over here. So it's not in Aries, okay? This nullifies the zodiac system. So everybody's claiming that you can look at the zodiac and basically understand people's psychology and read daily energies and stuff like that. This point right here just blows that out the water, because the sun is not even in Aries. It's 20 degrees off. It's in Pisces. All right. Note the equilateral grid lines. The sun is directly on the 0 degree line where it should be on this day. So it is beginning the first polarity. All right. So instead of calling this Aries, we just call this the first polarity in our system. But the constellation associated with this period is incorrect. Also note that the constellations make various forms in various sizes and span many different degree lengths of the celestial sky. They are not reliable. They are not a reliable measure for keeping time nor calculating psychological influences on a mathematical rhythm. All right. And that's just one example. Same thing for Taurus, right? Look at Taurus. This is April 20th, 2017. The sun is supposed to be in Taurus. Where's Taurus at? Taurus is way over here. The sun is actually still in Pisces, it looks like. So you guys can look this up for yourselves. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. But as you can see, uh, that you can't count on if you're counting on astrology to basically guide your purpose and guide your life, you're heavily mistaken. And yeah, you're gonna run into some problems with that. But I'm going to show you a different system that you can use that's more accurate, based off of the actual calculations of these planets and stars, and give you an exact reading of who you are, what's your purpose, also what's going to be happening to you today, tomorrow, this year, for the next 52 days, 9-day periods. We can do all of that. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that today. So basically, when we're talking about no fap, let me get back on here. When we're talking about no fap, we're talking about using your energy that you are basically starting to hone in from not releasing it, and transmuting that into vital, creative energy and mind power, basically, to manifest and to dictate your life as a man, as a human, whatever you want to be, right? And basically rulers of your own destination. All right. And so the main thing I'm trying to get at is once you've mastered your sexual energy, you can now take this sexual energy and guide yourself on the path. And if I gave you the roadmap so you can see everything that you need to be focusing on and understand what your purpose is, you can move forward in a godly fashion. All right. So here's an example of what I'm talking about. I'm going to share my screen one more time. And I'm not going to make this long. I'm just going to give you examples of what we got here. All right. So this is what we call, in our school of thought, indigenous cosmology. The reason why we call it indigenous cosmology is because it comes from, the indigenous peoples of the Americas, and it's based off a cosmological system, what charting, not me, they claim that has been here for 41 trillion years of charting this stuff. All right. And I'm gonna give you a hint. Let's do this first. Let's do this. Let's go back here. Let me stop sharing real quick. Let me pull up another document so you guys can see what I'm talking about. So we can get on our path and start mastering our lives. Let me just give you an example. If I can find it. Okay. All right, let me share my screen again. Zoom, where are you? There we go. Okay. All right, so you guys should be seeing this. All right, so this is a book. I'm not really going to tell you what the book is because it's part of the class that I take. It's part of the one of the textbooks that we use for this initiation. But let's look at the cards for the Ace of Hearts. So each person has a birthday, right? And each birthday, when you suck in your first breath of air, the day you're born, you have a psychological reading because you took a breath of the energies that surround you, the planets are all in these different spots, and they had a psychological imprint, left a psychological imprint on you. All right. And how we read this, we read the planets, and we also use cards, or what we're calling cartomancy. And you have the aces, the clubs, the hearts, and the diamonds, right? And so we're just going to look at the Ace of Hearts, people who are Ace of Hearts, right? So this gives you an example or explanation of who these people are. All right, this is just one aspect of it. We get way deeper. This is just one aspect, but it basically gives you your planetary sequence for who these people are. And so people who are born under this birthday or these certain birthdays have this card as their main card. So we're going to do the Ace of Hearts. So Mercury is your mind, your early years, and all that kind of good stuff. Venus is love, family, and relationships. Mars, action, how you take action, sexual energy, aggression. Jupiter, expansion, success, luck, growth. Sometimes it could be addictions. We can see it if you had a sexual addiction, if we're looking at your Jupiter card too. Saturn, restrictions, government, hard work. Uranus, things happening swiftly, suddenly. Things happen suddenly, swiftly, and some type of illusions and delusions. Neptune, delusions, I'm sorry, impracticality, and spirituality and all that kind of good stuff. All right. And so I'm not going to read all this, but basically it gives you, a planetary sequence for who this person is. It gives you a psychological makeup, the basic form of who this person is. So let's look at who they are as a Mercury card. All right. So adds emphasis to the displaced card being another ace. All right. So his Mercury card is the Ace of Diamonds. I'm going to show you how we get that in a second. Actually, let's do that now. So if we look at this right here, it says he's an Ace of Hearts. So this person right here, this is where he's located on this spread. And there's a formula we use to figure out where this person lies on this spread. This is called the mundane spread, and this is called the spiritual spread, right? So this is God's perfect order, and this is the destruction of that and man's way of life, right? So right here, this person is an Ace of Hearts, right? So his planetary sequence, when you read this, we always read from right to left, right? So you got Ace of Hearts, Ace of Diamonds, Mercury. Come down here, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. All right. So we're going to look at some of the planetary aspects of this person and who this person is. All right. And what his purpose might be. Okay. In early life, Mercury, ambition is present. A desire for money, interest in business, which promises big returns and a large clientele, I guess. The Ace of Heart people want to stand well with those of importance and influence. They want partnership and enjoying of money interests without losing control. Should guard against penuriousness. All right. So that's that person's psychological makeup of his mind. And there's 3 other cards that he has, but I'm not going to get into that now. I'll probably get into that on some private videos. but this is just now. His Venus card, how he loves family, relationships, and stuff like that. Attracted to women of means or those who earning living in some Venus way, Venetian occupation, such as acting, singing, writing, and painting, or beauty culture. So we can look here and we can see what type of women you need in your life. All right. This card may also represent the mother, wife, or some female member of the family who has a dominating personality, a keen sense of values, or some connection with the healing arts. If a man, he will prefer marriage with a woman who is financially independent or has her own business. All right. And so we can learn a lot about these people. Let's jump over here to let's jump over here to Venus. Luck, success, growth, uncertainty about business, apt to change the occupation. If they stick to the original choice, are always in doubt about the wisdom of it, may become interested in two lines of business at the same time, both requiring money, should not follow a career that deals with foreign shipping. All right, so we can tell you what you don't need to be doing. I don't care how much semen retention and spirituality you think you've built up. You have a certain purpose in this life. You have a code. This is an algorithm. This is mathematics. And if you're not following your destination that was designed for you, you will fail. And so we can chart that for you. Will be wise to choose a professional or mental occupation. All right. Should never gamble. Should guard against instability. All right. So that's that. And then we have they're ruled by different birthdays. It looks like the Ace of Heart is only ruled by December 30th. All right. So this person, let me go to a different example. So let's go to the Ace of Clubs. All right. So Ace of Clubs, you got different birthdays ruled by the Ace of Clubs. You got May 31st, June 29th, July 22nd, August 25th, September 23rd, October 21st, November 19th, December 17th. All right. So each person, all right, even though they got the same card, they're ruled by different planets. They're born at different times. Yeah, and they got a lot of stuff going on that's different, even though they share the same card. So there's a lot of different aspects that's brought into this. So for example, if you're born on May 31st, you're an Ace of Clubs, but you're ruled by Gemini. And Gemini rules Mercury, or Gemini, Mercury. This card is another card. I'll get into that later. Gemini is the constellation with polarity, whatever we're going to get into. And then Mercury is a planet that is ruled by. Apt students, learn fast, work hard mentally if interested, not otherwise. Witty, quick at repartee, good reporters, news. All right, so we can tell basically who these people, the basic functions of these people and what their purpose should be. All right, so that's that. All right. So you got 3 different cards, right? So your first card is your birth card, right? It's your purpose in this world. All right. What's your natural innate gifts in this world that you have to offer? Your second card is called your planetary ruler card, which is the planet that is ruled by. And that shows you how you should use your purpose in this world. So you got your purpose, and then you got your planetary ruler, how you should use your purpose in this world. And then you have your planetary number card, which is your character card, what you must master in order to unlock the other 2 cards. So you have 3 different cards. Some people have 4 cards. Some people only have 2 cards. I have only 2 cards because of my birthday. But basically, you can see the whole person's psychological makeup, what they're going to be doing, how they died, who they married. You can see all of this. And I'll give you an example. Probably not on this video. I'll show you that one later. But I'm just going to give you a basic example of how we read this. All right. Let me go to this one. right here. Okay. All right. So I was doing a reading for somebody. Actually, I was doing a reading for somebody earlier this week, and he actually landed on this plate number 1. All right. And I'm going to give you an example of how I will read this card. So his 3 cards were the 4 of hearts, 8 of hearts, and the 6 of clubs. All right. So all those mean something for him. So the 4 of hearts, let's go. Where's 4? 4 of hearts is here. Right. 8 of hearts is here. And then the 6 of clubs is here. All right, these symbols right here all mean different planets, right? So we read right to left, right? So here, and you go top to bottom, right? So this is Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. All right, so he is on the, let's just do one card real fast. He is on here, which is Jupiter, Venus. So some type of luck expansion going on. You get more detail. That's just a basic reading. And then something to do with family and relationships, right? So the 4 of hearts means family relations, all right? Strong family relations. Big on family, right? Big on family. All right. And you have displacements cards, right? So he's displacing this week a 4 of spades and a 10 of clubs. 10 of clubs mean public speech. 4 of spades means steady work, right? And so that gives an idea of, what he owes. Or I'm going to tell you what this means. Displacement means what you owe energy to. So he owes energy to 4 of spades, steady working, all right? Hard, steady work, all right? And the dysfunctional side of that is laziness and non-entrepreneur activities. And so with your mind, you can basically manifest what you want. If you choose to be dysfunctional, the dysfunction would happen to you. If you choose to be functional, the functional would happen to you. All right. And if we can see here, this is where his 4 of hearts naturally is. If I go here, his 4 of hearts is here in the corner naturally on this spread. Here, he has a 10 of spade in his environment. All right. So this card right here is giving him energy. All right. 10 of spades, group, 10 spades, work, public success and work, and in groups. All right. And so when we look at his first day, which is, I think his days start on Sunday, I believe. So each day of the week, you have different days. All right. Well, each person starts on a different day. So my days start on Thursday. My day 1 of the week starts on Thursday. His day 1 of the week starts on Sunday. All right. So based on your birthday and what time of the year it is, if it's a leap year or not, which we are in a leap year, your days are going to start on different days. So he has different days. So here's how you read the days. This is Sunday for him, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then he's done for the week. Then he goes to this spread. You also have a supporting card that supports that. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. All right. And there's more card. And then every card on here means something for him this week. But I'm just going to give you the basic how he would chart his day. So 5 of spades means innovativeness in work. All right. So being innovative and adventurous in work settings. All right. It can also mean changes or sudden shifts, unplanned shifts in your work. All right, give me 1 second to pull this up. Make sure I give you. Okay. It also can mean traveling. He could be traveling on this day. He could be pioneering something on this day. All right, or moving to a new job. All right. The dysfunctional side of this is unplanned unplanned change in living arrangements. All right. And it's displacing a 10 of hearts. All right. His support for today is a 7 of spades. Seven of spades means he could have some health problems going on today, dealing with drugs or a drug dealer, also dealing with somebody who's powerful in finance because king of diamonds, kings of values and monies, writing a lot, threes, communication, clubs, communication as well, writing, mental creativity. Jack of spades means young innovativeness and creativity. Could be some artistry going on, but it gets more and more deep to detail to this. But we can actually chart every day what you should be focusing on and what you should be aware of. So let me give you an example of something that you should be aware of. This card right here, and this card right here, and this card right here. All right. So these main cards mean death cards as well. So if you land on this card, you need to be aware of your surroundings. A lot of people down on this card. Trayvon Martin down on this card. Malcolm X down on this card. Kobe Bryant died on the 7 of spade and the 9 of spade. A football player that went to school with me died on this card. This card as well, actually down on this card. And so you can escape fate, right? Because fate, the other side of fate is destiny. So if you're aware of your surroundings, if you're aware of the energies around you, you can manifest the functional side of that. All right. So 9 means endings, loss of job, death, severe health problems. Ace of spade means death as well. The functional side of 9 of spades is completion of tasks, staying on task and doing a lot of work aggressively. Ace of spade means new work, ambitious work, but they have negative effects, and depends on where these cards are placed. Depends on where these cards are placed. Could mean life or death for you. Like, let's say if this 9 of spade was here, you got Mercury, Venus, Mars, and then Mercury, Venus. Well, you got Mercury, Venus, Mars, Mars line, Mercury, Venus, Mars, Mars column. So Mars is like war, aggressiveness. So you don't want to be on a 9 of spade with a Mars placement. You need to stay in the house and lock yourself in a room or something. And so, yeah, we can basically chart, and this goes day by day. This goes yearly cards. What your year looks like. So let's say this same spread. This could be somebody's weekly spread. The energies they're going to experience day by day throughout the week. We can get real technical and go hour by hour, but I don't really do that. So I usually stick it to day by day. You can do yearly cards. So let's say this person, let's say this was his yearly spread. All right. And so his 4 of hearts, where is it at? His 4 of hearts for the year would be displacing the 4 of spades, right? So his first, and then when you do yearly spreads, you look at 52 phase readings. So 52 days, 52 days, 52 days, 52 days, 52 days, 52 days, 52 days next year. All right. So for this first 52 days, if his birthday was, let's say his birthday was last day of October 31st, because I believe this 4 of hearts rules October 31st. This would be November all the way up to December 20 something, and then January up to February something. All right, so it's 52 days from your birthday, 52 days, and it charts the energies that are around you for those 52 days, and then the next 52 days, then the next 52 days, then the next 52 days. Support cards for that. He has 3 cards though, remember. He's an 8 of hearts as well, so this incorporates as well, and then he's a 6 of club, and this incorporates as well. So we can see all of it. We can see all of it. All right, and I'm gonna stop sharing. All I'm saying is you can now take your energy that you're using and chart it and move efficiently. Efficiently. That's all I'm saying. All right. Another thing we can do is I'll get to that in a second. But if you want some services, if you want to be able to know your purpose, if you want to be able to see what you're going to be doing, what you need to be focusing on week by week, day by day, year by year, whatever you want to see what you need to be focusing on, contact the email that I'm going to post at the bottom of the screen. Well, I'm going to post it in the description. I'll post the email that you should contact in the description, and we can get you some readings. I think basic purpose readings to understand who you are as a person and what's your purpose in this world. Your 3 main cards. I believe I can get that for you. I got to talk to my team. But I can get that for you for $40, and you can know why you were put on this planet. All right, for $40, you know why you put on this planet. You've been here for 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, not knowing who you are. All right, and I can show you exactly who you are with complete confidence. For $40, we can give you weekly readings for a price. I got to get more with my team about that, and we can give you this. So this, I'm not going to show all my info, but this is a book of you, right? It has my 3 cards. I can't show you my 3 cards because your cards is basically your data, who you are. I can learn how, I can see how to, if I was a marketer, how to, what's your trigger points? I can see it all. It's astrology. All right. So if you want to know, if you're a marketer, some of this will be good information, but you gotta use it respectively. And in the Tribe of Men, we use it respectively to get people on their purpose. All right, we're done being preyed upon by these parasitic institutions by feeding us in the school system. We're all, the same in a sense. Everybody's different. So imagine going to school and everybody knew their own readings and they had classes set up where, okay, the people with these certain types of energies, they're all in this class together. People in these energies all in this class together. You know how much more efficiently school will run? Because now we're not, let's say somebody with, like me, a sun polarity. Like your sun polarity and your cards play a part of your psychology, right? So people who are born with the sun polarity, well, ruled by fire, their minds are on fire. They're always bouncing around in their minds. They're so active. But then you take a person like a hearts or a water sign, they're more chill and relaxed. So imagine having all those people in the same classroom. Chaos. But if you have all the fire people in one classroom, it's like Avatar. If you have all the fire people in one classroom, all the water people in another classroom, all the earth people in another classroom, all the air people in another classroom, divine law. All right. So basically you have we'll give you your card and your astrological makeup is based off of it can chart based off the planets your innate health problems and what kind of supplements and nutrients that you need based on your birthday and based on your astrological chart. For me, I need calcium, copper, iron, magnesium, potassium, silicon, sodium, sulfur. Those are the main minerals that I need to basically function, because I'm ruled by the sun and the sun rules the heart and the circulatory system. So it gets deep into there. All right. It goes based off of each of your charts, your planetary aspects. It shows you what systems will be weakened. So I give you this system, right? So here's one part. All right. So this is Mars, right? Mars, brain, central nervous system, has a detriment, red line sitting in the respiratory between it and Venus, hormones, endocrine system, and excretory system sitting in the digestive. This means that the nerves of the endocrine will not work correctly and cause a hypo or hyperactive of the endocrine system. The respiratory system is affected by the adrenals and have a tendency to be weakened through the nerve damage in the brain and central nervous system. Bro, it tells you everything about yourself, everything you need. All right. Now, it also goes into your cards. This is my first card, second card, third card. All right. And it gives you a detailed aspect of each. Right. All right. It goes through all of your planets. It gives you your whole makeup. Right. All right. So that goes through your cardomancy cards. Each person has like the playing cards, a whole bunch of playing cards and different cards that you have that represent an aspect of your life. And then we go and we chart the actual astrological aspects of yourself. Right. This right here, the most important system that you can ever understand is this chart right here. All right. Deep science being played out in this chart right here. All right. Yeah, and it gets deep. This is 50 pages. 50 pages going over my planets, 50 pages going over my cards, so I can chart my destiny. I can live and manifest my destiny day by day. And I know pretty much everything I need to know about myself to rule and be as powerful as I can in this world. Now add semen retention and no fap on top of this. You can't lose. You can't lose. You can't lose. I give you an example of this. This is a key part that I love to read at the back of the book. It gives you the semi-squares and the different, degrees and stuff like that that's on your planetary system. Let's say Sun is semi-square to Venus and Mars. Your self-expression is made difficult by fussy, overcritical women and nosy men, talkative men who flip-flop often. That's just one page. That's just one paragraph of it. It goes so into detail. I can get you this book. Or not this book, because this is my book. Each person has their own book. And if you contact me in the description, I can get one of those to you, and you can go on to live your life with purpose and meaning. All right. So this is No Fap Superpowers. Literally, this is No Fap Superpowers. And I urge you to get this done so you can stop wasting time in your life. Stop guessing what you should do, what career you should take, what passions you should pursue. We can figure it all out because the divine creator this is an algorithm. What we're living in is algorithm. You know this. You already know this if you're on No Fap. It's an algorithm. The law of attraction. You have a certain aura that you give out, and you attract certain things in your life. All right. This is a mathematical equation. All right. You have a divine purpose. If you get off of that purpose, you will fail. Like I said earlier, I don't care how much semen retention you're doing. I don't care how hard you try anything. If you're not doing what you're destined for, you will fail. Come get a reading. Come get a reading. That's what you need to do. Come get a reading. Stop waiting. All right. Like I said, I can give you your purpose cards. You just if you just want to understand what your purpose is, I can get that done for you. If you want the whole book, contact me. I can get that done for you. If you want daily readings, weekly readings, yearly readings, phase readings, I can get that done for you. So now you can see what you need. Now you can use these systems to chart out what your goals should be for the day, for the year, for the month. Stay on your semen retention journey and go. All right. That's all the time I have today. Um, take it easy.